Hey Nomies, it's me Nesha, coming to you with a Sickle vlog. I'm looking kind of rough. I just officially got up. I was up at 6 o'clock with the kids, to make their breakfast, make sure they get dressed and, fix their lunch and all that stuff. But after they went to school, I went back to sleep. So today is Friday, March 18th, and it's Leah's birthday. So I made it to her birthday without being admitted. Yay! I'm extremely happy. I did some decorations and stuff over there. Even though the party's not here, I always decorate the kitchen, so when they first come down in the morning, that's the first thing that they see. As you can hear, my voice is coming back. I still sound like a man just a little bit, but I went to the hospital Tuesday night. I walked in at 8:50. Y'all, I think this is the longest I ever waited in a hospital in my adult life, I believe. I don't know. I think I might have waited a little longer at this other hospital that I used to go to, Methodist, but I don't go there anymore. I think, I'm not sure. But okay, so I went in at 8:50, checked in, and 2 hours later, went to triage, did my blood and my urine. Sum it all up, I waited 7 hours. Yeah, exactly 7 hours. Didn't go back until 4 o'clock. Actually, 7 hours and 10 minutes. Because 3:50 made 7 hours. So we went back. And as soon as I went back, the doctor came in. And then my white count did go down. It went down to 11 from the 21. And some of these doctors that I don't really get it, but I don't argue with them. I'm never one to argue with doctors. First of all, I'll tell a doctor if I feel like I'm being mistreated, but I'm not going to argue with them. I'm not going to try to convince them. This doctor was like, oh, he doesn't do Dilaudid. And I'm like, if he doesn't do Dilaudid, I just feel like this. First of all, me going to the ER, I'm trying to get something so I don't have to be admitted. And I'm not picky about what I get as long as it helps me. I've gotten fentanyl before. I've gotten morphine. I've gotten Dilaudid. Those are only 3 things I've got. And so I really wasn't I'm not one of those people oh, you gonna give me Dilaudid. No. He just was he doesn't do morphine. I mean, he doesn't do Dilaudid. And he isn't the first doctor that said that. And so I'm like, okay, whatever. Because he asked me, he said, what normally works for you? And this is the only thing that irritates me. Why ask me what works for me, and then I tell you what works for me, and then you say, oh, I don't do that? Then why don't you just tell me what you do? That's how I feel about it. So he's like, oh, I don't do Dilaudid. He leaves that for the specialist, blah, blah, blah. Now, some ER doctors will pump you up. They don't care. They give you Dilaudid. They give you whatever. I had an ER doctor. Dr. Cinnamon, whatever his name was. He's amazing. He was like, what do you take and how much do you take? And I was like, this, and that. And he was like, okay. And he gave me exactly that. But this was Dr. Lee. And he's like, well, I don't do Dilaudid. He's like, but what I will do is I'll give you a muscle relaxer IV, which I've never had that for a sickle cell. I had it for my back because I have scoliosis and I have back spasms sometimes when I'm having crisis. But I've never had an IV. I've always had a pill. He's like, I'll give you a muscle relaxer IV and I'll give you morphine. He's like, and those together should help you with your pain. And I was like, okay, I'm willing to try anything because the thing is, I just wanted the pain to stop. And then he's like, okay. And then so he forgot to give me Benadryl and Zofran. So the nurse came in. She was super cool. I can't remember her name, but I've had her a lot before in the ER. She's amazing. She's super cool. It's on the video. I did record while I was there. My hands were wobbly. The camera was all up and down, so I'll see how much footage I have. I'll try to make a ER vlog out of it. But I was like, I normally get Zofran and Benadryl. And she was like, oh, he didn't give you that? She was like, wait, I'll be right back. She gave me the muscle relaxer, and that stuff was strong. I don't even remember the name. And then she waited 5 minutes. She went and got the Benadryl and Zofran. Gave me that, and he gave me Toradol. Toradol's for inflammation. It never helps with my pain, but it helps with inflammation. She gave me Toradol. He gave me Toradol, and then she gave me the Benadryl and the Zofran. And then she's like, okay, I didn't want to give you that morphine right behind that muscle relaxer. So then she gave me the morphine. And so he gave me 4 milligrams of morphine. And then, like a couple hour or 2 hours passed, and then it was time for her to go. So the next nurse gave me another 4 milligrams of morphine and then a half a dose of Benadryl. I forgot how much Benadryl he gave me the first time, but he gave me a half of that the next time. But and then after having those fluids, then I actually felt better. And they did a chest x-ray to just check. And then he basically was like, you have a virus. And clearly the virus major sickle cell flare up. And then he was like, what do you want to do? I was like, I want to go home because my daughter's birthday is Friday. And then he's like, okay, well, I'm going to call your doctor just to make sure she's okay with that. And he called my doctor. My doctor was like, she's definitely on board with trying to get you home. So to just give you treatment, this and this and that. And then he gave me some prescriptions. And some people are like, oh, I don't take prescriptions for ER, this and this and that. They gonna try this and that. I never ask for prescriptions when I go to the ER. And when doctors do give me prescriptions at the ER, they ask my doctor. I've never been accused as a drug seeker. Thank you, Jesus. Only problem I ever had with medicine was that one pharmacist who basically had to stick up his booty that day. And he just decided he was gonna be a butthole. So... But as far as doctors, like real doctors, like in the hospital type of thing, I've never had them like, oh, you a drug seeker, or you seek. And I think it's really because I'm not a drug seeker and because how I carry myself. And I don't go in there begging and asking for stuff like, oh, God, I got to have this, I got to have this, I got to have that. Like, I don't act like that. I did a video on how not to sound like a drug seeker. You guys should check it out. Not saying that anybody sound like drug seekers, but some things that we say when we're in pain can make us come off sounding like that, even if you're not. And I have friends that are nurses and doctors and stuff like that, so talking to them, they confirm the thing that how I feel and what I said in that video. But yeah, so I left, and that day I got out of the hospital at 8:30. So we were in the hospital 4 hours. Arthur stopped and got me a sandwich and some orange juice. Oh, we came home. The nanny had already took care of the kids and took them to school and all that stuff. So we didn't have to worry about that. And I basically came home and went to sleep. And I slept that whole day. Then I had to get up because I had to get some small things for Leah's birthday. And we had to get it that day because Arthur had to work the following day. And he needed to drive me because when I don't feel good, he drives me. So he took me to get that. And I basically was sleepwalking. Like, I was at the store like... And so we got the stuff, and then we came home and I went back to sleep, and I basically slept the whole day. And then I didn't really start moving around again until yesterday, which was Thursday. So I slept all Wednesday night, and then yesterday I slept in a little bit, and then started moving around yesterday and feeling better. And I'm still having a little achy pain, but it's not horrible. So I just wanted to come to you guys and let you know that I'm feeling better. Leah's birthday is today. My pain is under control. I'm just taking Norco now and Tramadol, like switching it up. But it's under control. And yeah, I'm going to enjoy her birthday. Thank you for all the prayers and all the positive words and just everything. Just wanted to come really quick with a video because I probably won't be posting a vlog for a few days because it's Leah's birthday and I want to enjoy my family. So, all right, guys. See you later.